For your home key repair, we will actually show you a couple of different parts of this video. The first part will actually show you if you need to replace your LCD digitizer assembly, how to take the flex cable with the retaining bracket and your button and change it over to your new LCD digitizer assembly. After we do that, then we'll show you changing the cable out if you're having issues with your home key. So normally what happens is your home key won't respond, and if that's the case, then this is the repair that you'll want to do. It could be this cable right here, and those are your contact points right there, or I'll show you here on the close-up. This is actually upside down, but there's the contact points on the charging cable module. So it could be these. If these are broken off, then this is the repair you'll want to do, and you'll want to watch the charging cable repair if these are broken. But if those are intact, then you'll want to replace this cable. So we'll get started by removing these two screws on the bottom down here, and then this whole assembly will come off. So we have that screw and that screw, and then really all you have to do is just lift this back, and you want to be very careful of this cable. Like I said, if you're changing this cable from this module or this assembly to your new LCD digitizer assembly, you'll just keep this as all one piece, the retaining bracket and the cable all together. And then with the actual home key, the button itself, what I will usually do is I'll use my finger and I'll just push on the button, and I'll push it towards me, and you can kind of see it lift up. Now with that, I'll just get in the side right here and just be very careful about making sure the adhesive and everything on the front side of the key remains intact, because you're going to want to make sure that's all still sticky so you can put it on the new assembly. So this is probably what the new piece will look like. Now with the button, when you put it in place, you really just kind of want to lay it down in place. Make sure the actual the button itself goes into the opening, and then it lays flush on there. Now the other thing you'll want to make sure is that the button, and it may be kind of hard to see, but that the button is straight. If it's not straight, you should be able to kind of pinch it and turn it a little bit, and it should it should line up straight. But you want that button, you don't want it kind of crooked or angled. The other thing is that it should lay kind of nice and even within this little opening right here. So you will want to, if it's not laying straight, then you'll want to just kind of rework it until you get it kind of even in there. And then again, you can check the front and make sure that it lines up straight. And then really all that you have to do is take the retaining bracket and home key, lay it back in place, screw it down, and you should be good to go. That's if you're changing it from your old broken LCD to your new one. If you need to actually change this cable out, then the cable is just held on with adhesive onto the retaining bracket itself, and you should be able to get either your tweezers or your flathead screwdriver, get it in there and just peel it off. You set the old one aside, and again, you'll want to make sure you keep this kind of going the right way. And best way to tell is there's kind of a little half square, and then it opens to the bottom. So you want to make sure that little half square kind of opens to the bottom. So you set that down. We'll get our new key right here. We'll peel off the adhesive, excuse me, the backing off the adhesive. And then really just it's a matter of just kind of lining it up and making sure everything's centered on the new bracket. So when you get it in place, it should all be centered like that, which it looks good. And then we'll peel the backing off of that part of the adhesive, and we'll just line this up. And I will usually start just with one screw, and I'll do a couple of turns just to get it tightened down and holding that retaining bracket in place. You tighten the second screw down, retighten the first screw all the way down, and then I'll show you again here on the close-up. And what you want to make sure of is that the corner of this cable kind of sits right around this notch right here, this little where the screw goes. So you want to make sure that that sits nice and flush right there, and then your button does recoil, which ours does, and that's either changing the whole assembly out with the home button or just the flex cable itself.